supposed to do this. Alright, this morning we're going to show you a simple way of installing the X belt onto the X cup. First thing what we're going to do is take it off. There's a hole in the center of the floor of the cup. It goes all the way through to a screw, which is biting into the tensioner, the X belt clamp. I've backed it out, now I'm going to pull it loose, just like that. Belts. Alright, to get the belt with the correct tension, you're going to need to get both ends even to the top of the belt clamp. A little bit high, a little bit low. One tooth is probably not going to cause you problems. But the idea is to get it just like that and slide it directly up into the receiver on the bottom of the cup. Now I'm going to go ahead and run the belt, and then we'll look at it again as I'm putting it back on the cup. Alright, now for those of you who haven't noticed, we've raised the gantry to a workable level, and we've locked it in place using paper clips such as this or this. Pick these up at a hardware store, very cheap, I think $10 a dozen, something like that. We've got one clip on the gantry, and we're using it to hold the cup firmly so I can work with the cup without it rolling away and drifting in all different directions. I like to use two. I'll put one on each side to keep it stationary. There's also a little trick I like to do. Down at the bottom of this door there's a cable access way coming into the cold compartment that has black goop around it. I like to call it plumber's putty, but what it is just a sealer. I take a little bit of that, roll it up, and lay it across the serrations of my cup clamp. Now, when I place the belt up here, notice how I'm putting my hands. I'm grabbing these two. That gives me my index finger and my thumb to work with. I'll press this belt, into the serrations, and it's practically going to stay there for me. I'm going to press it up against the guide on the bottom of the cup, and then with my two fingers from my other hand, I'm simply going to lay it even with the top and roll it up in there. Once it's there, I push it up with my thumb, start to tighten up on the screw, and we're done. Now the tension on the belt shouldn't be banjo string tight. You should probably in the center be able to easily push the two together, but you don't want the cup drifting left or right without the motors moving with you. Now the importance of getting the belt at the top of that receiver or the clamp is that if you've got too much bitten into it, you're going to get the belts too tight before the bottom of that clamp is cleared the bottom of the cup. If it's sticking down too far, you're going to bind on the pulley on the left and the motor pulley on the right. Conversely, if you don't bite enough of it, you're going to draw that clamp all the way up into the bottom of the cup to where the screw stops, and you're still going to have slack in your belt. So it's very important to get both of those ends of the belt at the very top of the clamp when you're going up into it. It's really no more complicated than that. If you'll use this simple technique, remember to use your paper clips to hold the gantry up to where you can work, and paper clips to hold the cup stationary. You've got a firm working place to install your belt. Thank you.